Excellency Mr. Ibikunle Amosun to step forward and deliver his goodwill message to this event. Ladies and gentlemen, the Governor of Ogun State.
My brother governor, our class captain, Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola, the deputy governor, our guest, the former president of Georgia, which I now realize that we share a lot of things in common. When I listen to you about the Roger, we call it Roger here, that security operative stake, you are welcome. Please forgive me, there are many of people that I should recognize here, but you know the way it is. If we begin to do that, I will not even, I will bore you. So let me just say all of you are well recognized. Well, for me, it is always a pleasure to be where any of our brother governors are doing events like this. And this is a very key event, really. Any event that will develop our economy, and particularly the theme of this summit, which is power. So we have to make ourselves available. Indeed, yesterday, we were in the ESCO, and I said, what is happening? When it's Lagos doing their summit? And of course, we realized it's today. And I said, Lagos, you know that they are not safe to be left alone. No? We just must be part of what they are doing. Because what we strive to do in Ogun State, because truly we encircle Lagos, and he knows that. Left, right, east, north, it is Ogun State, unless the lagoon itself. So because we encircle Lagos, it must be our responsibility to know what goes on in Lagos. And I said, we just must be there. Really, what do we seek to achieve? Our primary objective is to feed Lagos, and in feeding Lagos, you know our agriculture will boom. And once that happens, our economy will begin to boom as well. We are not just only aspiring to feed Lagos, which we have started, but equally we want to house Lagos. We are doing that as we speak. And that is why, if you notice, you will realize that about 60%, and I make bold to say this, of course, is the middle and the lower cadre of the workers. They live in Ogun State. So we ask ourselves, let's attract those high, top echelon staff, people that works in Lagos to still come and be living in Ogun State. So we are pushing ahead to make sure that so many people now live with us in Ogun State. We are not stopping at that. We want to move Lagos. That's why the blue line is going on. We have commenced, we are starting our red line. And he knows. And truly, that red line really, of course, takes its roots from Lagos. And he will agree with me, that's even more profitable than even the blue line that is doing now. So, because even moving about 1 million on a weekly basis or monthly basis, even to Redeem, to Mountain, to all of those places, you know we'll make our money. And they will make money too. And that is what we are trying to do. Of course, every day we do that. But let me say this. Aside from the regional cooperation that we have among ourselves, and I'm saying this with all sense of responsibility, you will discover that we are genuinely interested in working for the people, all of us. It is what I call a very keen competition, but that is not the one that will say, oh, because Lagos is doing this, I'm not happy, I must do it. No. Every one of us, you will see sincere, determined efforts to work for the people. Healthy rivalry. Indeed, he doesn't know this. I run around, even all the blue stations, the stations themselves. I will go there on a Sunday or wherever. They'll say, who is this? I don't even tell him to do that. I'll be surprised. What are they doing here? How can we recruit back in Ogun State? So that we do. Those for me are the healthy competition. We ask ourselves, how is Lagos getting it right? We must get it right as well. So, even without telling him, I go around. When I saw the cable, I said, this cable bridge, we are building a better one. Don't worry. That's what we do. So we run a bit. We need to work hard to get to where they are. You see, when people talk, they said, Lagos. Will Lagos stop? Lagos is still moving. A lot of catch-up we need to do. And when you look at this recently and newly rebased GDP, something you will notice there. Yes, we are the largest, we are the whatever now in the continent of Africa. We are 26th. You will discover that if you look at the components of that GDP, you will know that truly, truly, it is not the real GDP that we have done well in. You will look at services alone, I think it's over 50. Manufacturing is under 10. What does that tell us? Something is missing. Even the industry, they are in their 20s. That is not the way it is. I would have been happier to see the thing swapped. And we have maybe about 50, 60 under manufacturing and industries. That would mean real development, real growth. And we cannot, repeat, we cannot achieve all of these things without power. Indeed, the key, the constraint that we have as we speak today is power. And that is why the theme of this summit couldn't have been better than what it is now, power. If you look at even for organizer on the road, welder, everybody, we need power. We don't have it. And until when that is done, we'll still have what I call this GDP the way it is now, more of service-based. And that is why it doesn't translate to reducing unemployment. It doesn't translate to putting food on our table. So we need to develop the power sector. And of course, I like what Lagos State is doing. As we speak, we know that in Ogun State, I think we have about 4 or so of these gas hubs. And that is why every day we are interfacing with the Shell, with NGC, we are interfacing with Oando, all of them. And I know that there is no interfacing that we can do without collaborating with our sister state, which is Lagos. Not just one state like that, a state that at the end of the month makes about 20 billion and we are still struggling to make 4. Then you know that you have to be friendly to that state so that you make more money. So that you take more from that 20, even while they are growing to 25, we want to take from it. And gradually, I know he's doing something, but not up to what we expect. He's refunding some money, but it should be more than that. But well done. So for me, of course, this is a very successful outing. The morning shows the day, and even with the caliber of people that is here, and what I even heard from, I think, the guest speaker, I didn't know we have this similarity with Georgia. And he has probably redefined Georgia when he was there. He brought that vibrancy and everything to it. I was just discussing with my brother governor here, and he told me a lot about Georgia and what you did. Well, we as a nation too, I'm sure that we are doing our bit. And Lagos is one good example of what good governance should be and should look like. So I'm happy to be here to celebrate with Lagosians and to celebrate particularly with my brother governor, our class captain, who sometimes we tell him that if you are class captain, let go some of these things for us. Don't be rushing to take even from us, which is what I'm sure that we will resolve that. But well done. This is a very good outing. Of course, what better way to learn from one another other than things like this? It's like peer review. We come and see what you are doing. What can we take from what you are doing? How can we improve on what you are doing? And that is what we do back home in Ogun State. We look at, how have they resolved this? Go and meet them. Go and discuss with whoever is the commissioner there. Go and discuss with whoever is the PAMSEC there. That is what we do. I don't even phone him anymore. I'll just say, go. What are they doing? How do they clean their place? How is their environment so neat? It must be neat as well. So that is what we do. So well done. We will be having ours, I think, sometimes in May 2021, so that we don't want, Lagos, I told you, if you allow them to just be, they are not safe to be free, to leave them alone, then where are we going to be? So well done. Congratulations. We have picked one or two things here. So,
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, Governor Amosun of Ogun State. You could see there, ladies and gentlemen, the effect of synergy and brotherliness. At least the governor confessed that he's always stealing from us in Lagos. And he even confessed that he gets a check every month, even if it is not big enough, which confirms that somebody was not getting it before he got there. Because he's a good person in Yoruba, they say, Omoluabi niyin, iwo Omoluabi lo je ko jade. Because another Omoluabi is in Lagos who believes that you should obey the law. If the law says someone lives in Ogun State, works in Lagos, his tax must be paid to Ogun State. It is being paid.
Just
And you
heard
acknowledge
the
it, sir.
governor of
Thank you very
Ogun
much.
State, Ibukula Amosun. Well, quite an interesting talk he had. And now, just in case you didn't know, perhaps amongst the Southwest governors, another name for the governor of Lagos State is the class captain, Prt15 Raji Fashola. Well, I think, we have a whole lot to achieve here from loads and loads of talks. But the bottom line is not, leaving out the theme, which is powering the Lagos economy, real opportunities, endless possibilities, which is the sole aim of everyone gathered here today, trying to see how Lagos economy can be fired up, powered up, and set to achieve that desired vision of having it as one of the best model cities in the world.
And President Obama's Power Africa initiative. To the esteemed excellencies, current and former, I'm very pleased to be here with you. And to recognize that.
Well, you've just been watching the live coverage of the 7th Lagos Economic Summit, tagged Ehingbeti 2014. Well, of course, we shall be taking you back to our studios for the continuation of our normal programming. But of course, at the top of the hour, stay tuned, because News Track is up next. Please stay with us.